What's up, fellow collectors? Godzilla back again for another review, and today it is a special one because this is an exclusive edition. This is a San Diego Comic-Con version, and this is the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 1989 exclusive edition, San Diego Comic-Con edition, Godzilla 89, and this is the version of Godzilla, if you don't know, where he battles against his genetically enhanced sister, Biolante. Some people say different. Tomato. It is a vegetable, so they all do match. So before we get this review started, please hit the like, subscribe button, click that bell notification, and let's get this review started. Dale. What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Dale. And as always, let's go ahead and take a look at the box before we get the figure out the box. Right in the front, you got a nice picture of the Godzilla figure there, and it has that nice glowing Godzilla blue. You see a little reflection kind of going off of here. Beautiful of the way that looks. Namco, Bandai Namco. So you see the video games. I'm just saying Namco first. You got the Bandai Tamashii Nations right there. Event exclusive version also. 70th edition, 70th year, 70 year celebration of Godzilla. And then right in the front, S.H.MonsterArts exclusive edition right there, 89. Nice picture of the figure right there in the top. On the side here, you got the Godzilla right there, 1989. On the bottom, got all the legal information right there. Another picture of the figure right there. I love that blue. Right here, another picture of the figure right there. And then right in the back, another picture of the figure. Now, I was on the fence to pick this up because there's something on this figure that does bother me and annoy me. And I'm going to mention it during the review. But I want to give a quick shout out to my boy, Bob Dylan. He helped secure this for me. I was going to wait to New York Comic Con. I wasn't able to get this at San Diego Comic Con. Thankfully, he was able to help me get this. So I got this now, and I don't have to worry about New York Comic Con. I probably still, depending on how the review goes, may get another version at New York Comic Con to keep in the box for future, whatever. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this kaiju out the box. So once you get the figure out the package, you got this nice clamshell. It actually looks pretty secure. I got to remember, I have to go back to my video. This actually, I did a review earlier before the 89. This is like I said, exclusive edition. Just the difference is the dorsal fins. Yes, they're called dorsal fins, spikes, whatever you want to call them. These are blue, but yeah, it looks pretty secure. I like the way they got it wrapped up in there. Anyways, here's a clamshell you get, just in case you want to see how it looks out the package. If you ever pick one up. And people say on eBay it's new, and then you get it, and then you're like, wait a minute, this is not new, this doesn't look new. So you can always go back to this video right here and relate to it and use this as a reference, my friends. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get them out the package so we can see all the detail on the figure in 4K, up close and personal. And there we have Godzilla 89 laid out, and of course, as most times, unfortunately, S.H.MonsterArts is not hearing my calls. Where is the accessory piece? This has the light of fin. It's perfect for the blast effect. We don't have a blast effect. As always, no accessories. I don't know what's up with this, man. This could have made it a more sought out version if they did like this, because the regular version doesn't have no blast effect either. So if this on the dorsal fins and the blast effect, I think to me that would have been definitely a pickup. But let's see how this review goes to see if this is worth a pickup. All right, so here we go. Of course, I mean, more likely you're a Godzilla fan, you have to get mostly all of them. I don't have all of them. I didn't pick up the new Godzilla, like that midnight one they had from New York Comic Con last year. I didn't like that. I thought it was like a cheap cop out or something, so I didn't like it too much. So I didn't pick up that one. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at. Let me bring my brightness a little bit higher so we can see all that detail, because there are a lot of crevices there, and we gotta see all those crevices. All right, so here we go. Let's look at the detail on the face, and that does look like Godzilla. Let me see if I can probably bring the brightness a little bit higher then. There we go. So you can see right there, definitely looks like Godzilla. Cool effects. The mouth does open, and you can see the paint. Now the teeth are a little sloppy there. Some of the paintwork on there is maybe a little sloppy, but it definitely looks good. Just right there in the front right there. And then if I remember correctly, I think the tongue, you have to get something in there, but I'll double check in the final pose, but I think the tongue's articulated too. So just keep that in mind. I'll show you guys in the final pose. Eyes in this one, that one's looking that way, that one's looking that way. So they should be somewhat aligned perfectly, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, you'll see details of the ears right here. You can see his nostrils right there on the back. You see the light up effect starting up right here in the top portion of his fins going there. Seems like some of the paint kind of blotched over here onto the skin. It could just be like a light up effect. But I'm gonna show you like this is right here. This is the part like here. This is pretty cool. I do like the way that looks. You see the light is like a transparent. It lights up. Nice dorsal fins lighting up. Nice action right there. You get the blue paint in the inside. So it kind of looks like it's reflecting in there. Some kind of like reflection going on. Nice blue going. And then all of a sudden, something happened here. What happened? It stops. It stops. This is the thing that this is the reason why I was on the fence of this, because S.H.MonsterArts not as much. It's more of that. What's that called? The statue one, the Ichan, whatever it's called, but still Bandai. They're the ones that they do the same thing. They had a blast effect one for the other Godzilla, but the same thing. It stops. I understand sometimes they do like a little, like a wave effect, but most times all of it is lit up. And this is why, like, I'm like, oh, come on, man. You guys couldn't just finish, like, why couldn't you just go all the way? Go all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Because not for nothing, most movies, there are some scenes where you see him, like, portions lit up. But most time when he's about to do the blast effect or he's charging up, the whole thing is lit up. And that's why I was on the fence of this. Because I hate when they do this. It just annoys me, man. It annoys me. Like, look at that. They just stopped right there. Like, why did they stop halfway there? And then, like I said, if he is charging up, then he should have the blast effect. Even more power or more reason for him to have the blast effect come with him, the accessory piece. But anyways, back to the figure. Too much ranting for me. I will be doing like a comparison with the 89. I will have the other version in the final pose, but I will do a comparison short. So keep an eye on that. It's probably like a 15, 30-second thing. So keep an eye on that real quick if you want to see a comparison. But here's more of the tail. Nice details, nice paint going on those fins. You do got to realign these sometimes when they come out the package. They're always not lined up. And then more right there. Something I found out when I was trying to compare the other one real quick, and you're going to see, I'm going to bring it up too in the review on the tail. And it keeps going. The tail keeps going. Nice long tail. Very articulated. So we might as well go through the articulation real quick as we're here. So the tail this is one thing that I always say, and I've been saying, S.H.MonsterArts, in my opinion, in the figure world, I don't have Haya yet. I do need to dive into the Haya. But they have the best articulated tails. Like, it looks nice. Like, you see, look, it looks nice. It looks like Godzilla's tail, but then it just, so many joints in there. So many ways to pose it. And then it holds the pose too. So, always love their tails. Like, their tails. And not only that, with the Shin Godzilla, even the Shin Godzilla, the ones with the longer tails, even they hold their pose. And that's just, it's amazing, man. I love it. This is usually the first thing I go to is like, all right, I open the figures before I do reviews. I open my Godzilla figures. I go to the tail first. Like, if the tail like drips down or something, like, this is kind of annoying. Sometimes they spin around, but they drips down. Well, I'm like, nah, never mind. I don't like this one. So the tail's there. All right, anyways, let's go back up the tail. You'll see the bottom of the tail has different segments in there, and then let's go ahead and look at the head. So like I said, the mouth does open. I'll confirm. I need to get a pin in there to confirm if that tongue does articulate. You get the head can go down. It can go up. You can go sideways to a certain amount, sideways to that amount, pivot around. Definitely cool neck pieces right there. The arms can go pretty far. Can you do a T-pose? Yeah, Godzilla can do a T-pose. You can see right there, doing a nice T-pose. Kind of hard working the tail in the back. Do the T-pose. The arms can somewhat go all the way up. I don't want to push it because these joints can break sometimes. So the arms can go pretty far up, and then let's go see backwards. You can go almost 360 going backwards. So that's good. That's good. So good articulation of the arms, the elbows. You get bend here at the elbow, and then you get another one at the wrist, and then you get some right here at the middle of the bicep, top of the bicep, and then you get twisted the shoulder. So I can butterfly in here. No, not really. Kind of. No, not really. No. So, but Godzilla doesn't do all these extra poses. All right, so at the waist, he can look down that much. The ab crunch, look up about that much. He can twist around a little bit, pivot sideways a little bit. The legs, he could do a split. My man Godzilla can do a split, as you can see. The legs can go forward. Now, the one thing that S.H.MonsterArts does have a challenge sometimes too is this right here. Sometimes when you're posing this, you can see, look at that. Like, sometimes the light and your display, you can see right through. I don't like that. It should have some kind of like a better flap system there. All right, so then the knees can bend pretty good. My skin looks super white. It's because I got the brightness high, because you can see all the detail in there. The knees have very good articulation, and then you don't have any toes or going up or down. The feet barely move. If anything, they just twist. And then you can go forward that much. And you can mess around with these flaps to kind of push it down more to kind of help hide. I know you can move this around a little bit. I see it came out a little bit. You can move this around to kind of help hide those gaps, but sometimes I just feel like it doesn't really help too much. Thankfully, you don't always have the side of your Godzilla display, but just, I don't know, something S.H.MonsterArts could and should work a little bit better on. But it is what it is. I still love my Godzilla figures. All right, and then right here, you can see the detail on the bottom of the feet. You can see the paint on those claws. Same thing on his hands. He has like kind of like that bone look paint going on. Right there. The teeth are more of a white. Compare them, as you can see right there, more of a yellowish bone color. The hands look amazing. I like the way the hands look and those claws. They look amazing. There's all the detail on him. There you go. His toes, feet, ankles, his nice knees, the nice thighs. Godzilla has those nice thighs. And then, well, I don't know why I had this zoomed in. Sorry about that. There we go. But yeah, you can see right there. So yeah, nice detail. Just, I don't know. Still not a fan of this half paint stuff. Like, I just, Not only that, look, even right here, like, it stops right there, too. Could have gone up a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I still like Godzilla. It's a Godzilla figure. I love the Godzilla S.H.MonsterArts figures. It's just, I don't know. We'll see if after I have them on my shelf, if I decide to pick up another one during the final, or even during the final pose. But there's a nice picture from behind. And there you go. All right. So let's go ahead and get a size comparison started. And there we have Godzilla 89 standard default pose ready for a size comparison. So let's go ahead and bring another S.H.MonsterArts figure. This is going to be the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 1964 Emergence version. And then I want to bring in a Storm Collectibles figure. It's been a while I brought this guy out. This is my favorite wrestler from back in the days. This is the Storm Collectibles Jushin Thunder Liger. And then let's bring in another 1/12 scale figure, and this is going to be the S.H. Figure Arts Super Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Trunks. And last but not least, I know I'm going to butcher this name. I always struggle with this name. I think it's the Bandai Ichiban, whatever. It's the statue, little small soft vinyl statue versions of the Godzilla things. So this is their version of the -1 Godzilla. So there you go, good size comparisons with another S.H.MonsterArts and stuff in different lines, just in case you currently have any of these figures in your collection. You're curious of how this Godzilla 89 will fit in your collection. All right, let's go ahead and get to the final thoughts and final poses. All right, so for this final pose, I want to make sure I gave you guys the opportunity to see both versions, the regular version and then the event exclusive San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con version right here. After messing with both of them, I can tell you that at least maybe my original one, maybe it's a little issue that I had before, but the jaw is looser on the original one compared to the exclusive one. The exclusive one, the jaw just feels like a little more stiffer. And I'm trying to think anything else that I could think of at the top of the head. It looks like the exclusive one is a little bit, just a hint. Maybe to me, maybe it's just my eyes. I'm not sure. They look the same, but it may be like a little tiny hint darker. And the skin complexion, the skin color. So it depends. It's just probably just under the lightings I have right now. But here you go, both versions right there. So you can decide which one looks better to you. In my opinion, man, I still go with the fact that the exclusive one came with all those dorsal fins lit up with that blue, or at least with that blue plastic, transparent plastic. I think this figure would have popped out a lot more. And I think, in my opinion, a lot of people would have probably enjoyed it more. But some people like this stuff like this, too. So I understand. 'Cause I remember I left a comment, and one person says, well, he doesn't always have all the ones. I'm like, yeah, but 90% of times, 8% of times, when you see a picture of Godzilla with the dorsal fins lit up, they're all lit up. You rarely see them where they're not all lit up or something like this. So that's what I'm trying to say. So and then most of the time when he's shooting the atomic blast, the dorsal fins are all lit up, or at least they are all gone because all the electricity went through and he's shooting everything out. So I'm just saying, not many times you see it like this. I probably have to rewatch. You know what? This holiday season, I'm going to rewatch the old movies and stuff like that in the 89 too, to see if there's any scenes. Actually, when I do the edit in the beginning for the review, I'm going to see if there's any scenes where he has just portions of the dorsal fins lit up. But anyways, here's both of them, just in case you guys want to know. You can pause it, compare. Oh, another thing too is I think the one on the original one, it seems like the claws are a little bit lighter The paint, in my opinion, on the event one is a little bit better. It has more of that like a glossy bone look. The original one doesn't have that glossy look on it. So I think the event exclusive one, like the claws on the hands and the toes, the feet, I think they actually look better on that one also. So just real quick, all right, so let's get another final post now. Okay, so this final pose, I know this blast effect does not belong to him. I just want to prove a point of how cool this figure would have been if it came with a blast effect that it well deserved, because why give us the dorsal fins lit up blue and no blast effect is beyond my, I just can't, this is, just still the one thing that frustrates me with S.H.MonsterArts. I love collecting S.H.MonsterArts. I haven't not dived into high yet. I am getting some figures like the Muto, some of the figures that S.H.MonsterArts is not making. If they end up making, I see some stuff I seen in Comic-Con that they're gonna really, hopefully New York Comic-Con, they're gonna have a booth there, show some stuff there. But they may get me, man. They give us some blast effects, some accessories and stuff, because S.H.MonsterArts, man, for the price, like I said, I don't mind spending the money for these S.H.MonsterArts figures because I love Godzilla. But just for this price, man, come on, stop being cheap. Give us a blast effect or something. Give us some kind of effects. Give us little buildings, little pieces of buildings that when you collect more figures, you can actually create or recreate like a city or something. Give us something like that. It's not, I'm not asking for anything expensive. That's cheap. That's something that they can just add it in there real quick. But look how cool this looks with the blast effect. I think it would look even cooler if it had the full lit up dorsal fins. I'm gonna keep harping on that because that's just me. That's just what I wanted. But yeah, man, this guy is cool. So far, I'm liking him. I'm thinking that he's definitely a pickup if you are like a hardcore Godzilla fan and you collect the S.H.MonsterArts. I will say this is probably a good pickup. It does improve on a few things. I know, like I said, it could be because my other body maybe is just just a bad one or something. But I do feel like some of the joints are a little bit tighter on this one compared to the original one. And I do like the plastic they use, like the see-through plastic they use for the dorsal fin effect. I just wish it was the whole process, like all the way down to the end of the tail. And I just wish it came with the blast effect. But yeah, so am I gonna get another New York Comic Con? I'll see what's available in New York Comic Con. What other exclusives are gonna be out there this year? If I got some money left over, then yeah, I'll probably, and he's still available, I'll probably grab another one. Just pick up another one. Keep it in box, maybe do a giveaway for it or something like that. Yeah, so definitely, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me see, should I do one more final pose? I'll do one more final pose just to throw some more Godzilla figures in there for you guys. All right, so for this final pose, I want to include one other S.H.MonsterArts figure that has a transparent plastic, and you can see Gamera has a transparent on his arm, and one other S.H. Figuarts monster that has the light up feature on the dorsal fins. You can see here. I do admit that the 89 exclusive one, the transparent color and like the plastic they use is definitely better than the newer Godzilla with that painted blue. The painted blue was cool at first when I first got it, but having that transparent looking one blue here on the 89, to me, it stands out better. It pops a lot better and just looks a little bit more clean. And as you can see on the newer Godzilla, the blue goes all the way down all the dorsal fins. So that's why I wish this 89 exclusive, event exclusive one had the dorsal fins lit up all the way through. I'm hoping, I know they did one, if I remember correctly, it's the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla version that was on the poster versus the Mecha Godzilla. That one was like a different color, greenish blue, like the color of the actual skin. And then that one, if I remember correctly, I don't have that one. That's one of the few S.H.MonsterArts figures I don't have. So if I remember correctly, that one did have the dorsal fins kind of like that with that clear transparent plastic with a nice paint application on there. And right behind all of them, you can see I got the Blu-ray of the Godzilla 1989 versus Biolante. And that's one of the best movies ever. I love that movie. I love that figure. I got that figure too. But so far, man, I mean, it's a tough one for me. What I would say is if you don't have the original 89, then obviously definitely pick this up, because just to have any version of the 89 in your collections as a Godzilla fan is definitely something I would highly recommend. Now, if you do have the original one, do you really need this one? I would say you don't need it. It is a cool addition. It's starting to grow on me a little bit more as I handle it. It's just, you see that damn gap between the thighs, man. That's really killing me between the other ones. But definitely a cool piece to have. I'm happy I was able to get it early. And I'm still on the fence if I'll grab another one at New York Comic Con. Like I said, I'll probably still grab one just to give it as a giveaway on my channel. Just keep an eye out for that after New York Comic Con. But more likely, one last thing. The tongue is articulated, but the tongue is on a peg, like a tiny peg. So when you try to move it up, Mine's did pop off the peg. Real simple plug back in there, so don't worry about if it happens. But as you can see, the tongue does articulate to a decent amount. It doesn't articulate as much as some of the other S.H.MonsterArts Godzillas do, but definitely some articulation is better than the static tongue. Always better than static tongue. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope this is informational for you. I hope this helped you decide if you need to grab this, or if you don't have the other version, to get this one. So if you did enjoy this review, please hit that like, subscribe button, click that bell notification. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale.